$1,000, 1,000-pound weight loss challenge, which rolls on.
Rolls is the word.
Yep.
Yeah, it ain't strolling.
Dinner rolls.
Yeah.
Cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. We are nearing the
Belly rolls.
quarter pole here.
We are indeed.
About 25% through this thing. Biggie and I have $1,000 bet this year on who will lose the most weight. Or all we have to do is reach our goals, and we've written our goals secretly, put inside an envelope in front of Dave. And
I've already forgotten mine.
Biggie has forgotten it. I know exactly what mine is, but I haven't stepped on a scale in at least a month. And the reason was I fell off the wagon. Now, yesterday, Avengers Joe called and said, "Stop saying you fell off the wagon. The wagon is
The wagon industry is tanking.
You're never on the wagon.
The wagon industry is asking you to leave them alone.
It's true. The wagon is a dot in the horizon. You can't even see the wagon anymore. That's how long ago I fell off the wagon. So stop saying it." Now, yesterday, I had another incident. Now, every day I have all intentions of drinking coffee with butter in it and then not having another bite until afternoon and only having healthy things at that point.
Yesterday started like any other day.
It did. And it was good until probably 11 a.m. And we have a catered lunch in here on Tuesdays because there's a meeting. There's now a Zoom meeting, but they bring in a lunch for everybody, which is very, very nice. And yesterday they had some... what they often have is like a steak on skewers. We call it meat on a stick, but it's steak on skewers.
It is meat on a stick.
Well, it is. And then they have a nice sauce to dip it in as well.
Peanut sauce.
I love it. I love that peanut
That's
sauce.
one of my favorites.
Me too. And we had it yesterday, and I said to Chris Tim, I'm going to have, and remember a catering company does this, and we are on camera here, so when Chris Tim snarls at it. he doesn't like the satay.
Well, I don't. Yeah. I mean, beef and satay to me don't match up too well.
Well, I love it. And I just told him I'm going to have a few of these things so that I said I'm just going to have protein, which is that steak.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you think that's processed, Dave? Do you think that? Because I
don't on that.
I don't either.
I think
that's not processed.
No, that's not processed.
It's as processed as much as the stick that it's on.
I don't
think so.
You don't think it's processed?
No.
Processed meats are like your deli meats.
Yeah.
I read today that processed meats lead to dementia. And it's terrible for you. I mean, those processed meats.
There's a study in the UK that says eating processed meats increases your risk.
That's right. And they did. It's a pretty big study. They studied 500,000 people and said it can increase your risk of dementia. And we've heard before that it's terrible for your gut.
Oh yeah.
It's bad.
Processed meats eating out hamburgers and
just says
chicken sandwiches. And
it says processed meat. I would think it was more about like ham, deli meats that you buy.
Yeah, I think it's more like deli meats, hot dogs,
cold cuts.
I think if you're getting fresh beef or chicken,
better.
It's better, yeah.
So
I don't know about
the restaurant, like the fast foods.
A processed meat is like a pressed chicken patty, though.
Okay. So yesterday I had that beef. And I said to Chris,
good.
I'm good. I had a little peanut satay. I don't know what's in that, but I had it, and it was good.
That's processed.
Okay. And on the way out the door, I had a little chocolate chip cookie. All right. Okay. I do.
Yeah, they always bring dessert.
They do. And then I went to Lexington, North Carolina for a meeting with a pimento cheese magnate. Okay. And so I went and toured the store and got the pimento cheese.
Kissed the ring.
Walked around South Fork.
Secured the business. Okay.
Closed the deal?
Closed the deal.
Congratulations.
Boom. Thank you.
It's win-win.
I'll be a spokesperson for Conrad and Hinkle Pimento Cheese and its entire store, entire line. And that is, by the way, legendary pimento cheese.
Did they show you the crops where they grow the pimentos?
Yes, they did.
Now, out here.
Out
We're back 40.
That's right.
That's where we grow the pimentos.
So it was really nice to meet Mr. Hinkle, who gave me the pimento cheese. And
That's good stuff.
Oh, it's wonderful. So I also met our salesperson, whose name is Joe, out there. And she said, I heard you fell off the wagon. And she handed me something that I assumed was a barbecue sandwich in a aluminum foil wrapping. And I thought, oh my gosh. She just
like Reynolds wrap?
Aluminum foil, no label. Mm-hmm. And she goes, I heard you fell off the wagon, so here. Well, now, Lexington, North Carolina, if you don't know, is known for its barbecue. It's like the barbecue capital of the Southeast. Okay.
It's hog town.
It's hog town. There's pigs on the street, literally.
True that.
Okay. So she handed me this. And I said, well, I just assumed this is a barbecue sandwich. And then we met with Mr. Hinkle and everything. And when the meeting was over, we parted ways.
Could you keep your mind on the conversation?
No, of course not. I was thinking about that barbecue sandwich.
That sandwich in your car.
I had already had 8 skewers of steak with a peanut satay.
Oh, yeah, we can deliver. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I just assumed it was.
Well, my father's.
I assumed it was barbecue sandwich waiting for me in my car. And so we got back in the car. I said goodbye, and I said to Joe as she walked away, "Thank you so much for that barbecue sandwich." And she just laughed and got in her car. I said, "Okay." So she drove off. I immediately opened it up. And it was a big slice of pound cake from a bakery that was nearby. So it wasn't a barbecue sandwich. It was a big slice of pound cake with a nice icing on it. And so there's a temptation right there. And then I thought to myself, she must have thought I was really out of my mind when I thanked her for the barbecue. You know?
Well, you didn't open it. You didn't.
Yeah,
know.
I didn't open it. I said, "Thank you so much for that barbecue sandwich." And she went, "Ha, ha, ha," and got in her car.
It's Joe.
Okay.
I've chosen the wrong Chris. I really thought the other one would go senile first.
I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to pushing this potato salad. It's pimento cheese.
And I know when you got in that car, you had your palate ready for some Q.
I did. So I look at the slice of pound cake and I think,
Disappointment, but excited.
exactly.
I mean,
What a feeling.
Oh.
What a
it's
feeling.
not a complete loss.
Right. And so remember, I've already had lunch. I have had, and I'm on a $1,000 weight loss challenge.
And I'm sure you had a snack there.
I had a little something there. I had a little
A tub.
a little pimento.
Tub.
Just
A
tied
tub
me
of
over.
something.
So I'm leaving. I'm driving out of town, and I've got this pound cake beside me, and I'm driving by a place called the Barbecue Center. And I thought to myself, you know what? I can't come to Lexington, North Carolina, and not get a barbecue sandwich. I cannot do it. Okay.
Joe
don't think
screwed
anyone-
me with this pound cake.
No one's ever done that.
I said, cannot. So I wheeled it. I looked like a TV show.
3 lanes of traffic.
Yeah.
Car stopping, let
Yeah.
you by.
To get into there, to get that. I said, I am not coming to Lexington, North Carolina, and not getting a barbecue sandwich. Now, I've already had 8 skewers of meat. I've already had some pimento cheese and
The sneaking cookie.
a sneak-in cookie, and I've already licked the icing off that pound cake. But I said, you know what? I'm going to get my, because I cannot, it's not often I'm there. I got to get a barbecue sandwich. So the place has curbside, and so there's no drive-thru. I just sit at the curbside, and the guy comes out. He's ready to take my order. My window's down. There's a lot of people around me. And I order barbecue sandwich, extra slaw, and a Diet Coke. All right, I just did it. That's my order every time I go. And
Touch me if you want.
That's right.
Are you doing that thing where you talk to yourself in the car?
Yeah.
'Cause you're hyping yourself up.
I want this.
But I deserve this.
I deserve
Do you know
that.
How, do you know how
deserve-
hard I work? Chris Tim doesn't know how hard I work. 1,000-pound, 1,000-foot up his ass. That's what I do at least. I get
Right.
hyped. When I know I'm doing wrong, I want to hype myself
That-
up.
I did
it's
that.
not
I
my
did that.
fault.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the guy said, it's going to be 5:45 and we'll be back in 2 minutes. And I said, okay. And it's at that point that I realize what I don't have.
Your wallet.
My wallet. And my son, I could have shot him because he cost me my
The
wallet.
one day you need it.
One day I need it, and the one day I don't have it. So he starts to walk away, and I'm like, oh, my God, I don't have it. And I've ordered already. So I take out the ashtray with all that change in it that's been there for 15 years. Now, I'm needing 5:45.
Quarters glued on the
Where's the
bottom of
silver?
it.
Where's the silver?
Sticky dimes and nickels.
Yes. And there's some Canadian.
Canadian?
There's
I don't care. They'll look at it
He
fast.
might not know.
Is that a showbiz token?
Wooden nickel.
I poured it into my hand, and I was counting up, and I got to about $2.50 and some pennies, and I'm like, I'm $3 short here. I cannot, and I had nothing. I looked at my attaché and a glove box. I'm all over the place. I have nothing.
Clock's ticking.
Clock's it. Well, here he comes. He comes back, and there's a woman in an SUV beside me, and as he goes for her order, I say, sir, I cannot pay for this barbecue sandwich. I do not have my wallet. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And I said, I'm picking through change, but I don't think I have enough. And this woman in the SUV says, I'll pay for your barbecue sandwich and your Diet Coke. And I said, oh, you don't have to do that. And she said, you're clearly destitute.
I was going to say, in your car,
You're living in your
it's
car,
believable.
You knew when you rolled up in that car you wouldn't be able to afford this sandwich.
Very believable in that car.
That's what she said. She's like, I can look at you and tell that you don't have the money to pay. And I've got the change in my hand and everything, you know. And I said, thank you, ma'am.
I can see someone's giving you a piece of pound cake that appears the icing has been licked off of.
You probably picked that out of the trash. There's no icing on it.
You didn't have the icing around your mouth, did you?
I did, of course.
What are you doing for money, sir?
Mr. BBQ, give this strung-out gentleman a sandwich and a Coke.
He's blowing dudes. I'm not blowing dudes.
I said to her, I don't
do that.
There was a crusty.
I'm very destitute.
Vanilla glaze.
I can play the violin if you'd like.
I had licked the icing off of that.
Stop blowing. Maybe it's crack. I don't know.
Stolen car.
And she told me, you know, she was going to pay for it. And I kept talking to her like, thank you so much. And she goes, I'm enjoy your day. And the window comes rolling back up. And I heard the clunk of the doors locked so that she'd make sure.
You saw yourself in the window?
Yes.
Because it's mirrored.
And there's the glaze around my lips. And I thought, my God, what must she be thinking of me? But I let her pay for that sandwich and that Diet Coke. And I said to her, I'll pay this forward. I will buy someone else's lunch tomorrow, the next time I'm in a drive-thru. So I got that going for me. I'm going to have to do that.
Did you have the curbside server hold out both his hands so you could put all that change in it?
Yeah, well, no.
Here's your tip.
No, when I said to the woman, do you want my change? You know, I had like $3. She said, change? No. She said, no, I'm going to buy your whole meal, which was $5.45.
Oh,
And I said,
Kelly.
thank you so. I know it's a low moment, but I needed that barbecue sandwich. I'd only had about 8 of those skewers of the steak and some pimento cheese and that pound.
Remember, the steak number keeps going up every time you tell
Yeah,
the
it's,
story.
like, it's really like more like it's probably a dozen. It's
side-
probably a dozen.
side note.
And the cookie and everything.
Now
yeah.
I'm assuming that you told this woman and got her info and said, I will.
No, I didn't.
Let me make it up to you.
Yeah. Because, I mean, once she inevitably figures out who you are, be either this story you're telling now or when your ED commercial comes on.
Yeah. That's a
And
fine
she's-
town there, but
and
it's not
she's
very
like,
big.
Wait a second. That guy. That
I know
limp,
that guy.
That limp.
I know that guy. No, I told her
You
I
told
would.
me he was blowing dudes.
You know what? I did not tell her I was blowing dude.
She knew.
I want that out there. I said that I would pay it forward, Biggie. That I would give that to someone
Right.
else. You know, so that I've got that debt that I must pay and pay forward.
Do you envision a scenario where you could or will pay it forward?
The next time I'm in line at a fast food restaurant, I will pay for the person behind me to make up for that woman.
So by the end of the day.
Well, we'll see the next time I go through there. Will that gnaw at me? Will that still be tugging at me? I think
Did
it has
you bring this up, Kelly, around the dinner table when you talk about best parts of days?
to. No?
I wondered if this was just going to stay in the shame file.
Just stayed in the shame.
That's a thick file.
Yeah, oh, it is. That's a thicker
We got a lot
file.
of thick files.
Now, did you sit there and eat it? Or
Yeah.
did you
I
pull off?
I sat and ate it in
Right in
curbside,
front of her?
right in front of her. Yeah, I did.
Looking
So
around.
hungry.
Make
Yeah.
sure nobody steals it from you.
And I got it with extra slaw, so it was dripping off into my lap.
Extra slaw.
I do. I love the slaw. I always have. And
I got a Diet Coke because I'm watching my weight.
this is a.
Right.
And then
I'm in a bet.
I started.
Right.
I'm in $1,000.
And after that, I said to myself as I was eating, I lied to myself and said, I'll take this pound cake home to my daughter and my
Yeah.
son. But no, that
Didn't
got
make it to the county line.
no. I grabbed that and undid it, with the aluminum foil and started just putting it to my mouth. And she looked over in horror because here I am bare-handing pound cake, and she knew this man's homeless. Look at
Yeah.
what's going on here.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. What a low moment for me yesterday.
And where's the wallet?
Now it's in my car.
Back where it belongs?
It's back where it belongs. Yesterday I got home and got rode dirty all the way there and back. And my son had, if you missed this yesterday, I told him to leave my wallet in the car. He brought it in, and I assumed it was in the car, and it was not. So it was the one day I didn't have my wallet. And this nice lady overheard me ordering that barbecue sandwich and that Diet Coke and paid for my meal. I'll thank her. I just want to thank her here today.
It wasn't the cops that stopped you or anything. I mean, you got yourself.
I did. And that's what happened. That's what one little mistake leads to, not having your wallet. And then look
Instead
where it
of
goes.
flagging him down, you could have pulled out and left, right?
Well, I had already
Correct.
ordered.
I know, but you still could have left.
I
You didn't have
could
the
have.
money.
sure it happens every
I
day.
told him. I said, I'm picking through change.
I wouldn't have said anything.
You just
I'd have
left.
backed out and gone.
Oh, just gone, really?
Well, I mean, it's rude, but I mean, they can use the sandwich if nobody eats it.
I
Put it
guess.
back or
Well,
whatever.
you know they're selling plenty of
There's
sandwiches.
extra slaw on it.
Nobody wants it.
I love it. I'm a slaw guy.
bun's already
watery
soaked
barbecue.
through.
I
Put it in the
love
trash.
I
Nobody
like
wants
it.
extra
I like
slaw.
it moist. I
Yeah.
like it wet. I like that. That's what I go for. Good sandwich,
They
too.
should play that song WAP when they bring that out to you.
Oh, my God.
With extra slaw and barbecue.
God.
honk, honk.
That bun is just soaked in a second.
I love that. Great sandwich. Messy sandwich.
Oh,
but
it's gotta be messy.
Really, really well done.